Welcome back to another episode of The Natty Teacher. I'm your host, The Natty Teacher. Today's episode, we got a push A workout for y'all. Definitely more of a chest-focused push session today. Our second push workout of the week on Wednesdays is much more tailored towards balance. More, chest and shoulder split. Today is more like big time chest, a little bit of side delts, and then triceps. So again, definitely more of our chest focused push session. Okay. Now today we're really going to focus on, I'd like to up the actual repetitions within some of my sets. I am definitely going to lower the load on pec deck because I've noticed I am strong on pec deck, but the way that I do it is definitely not ideal for trying to, we'll say, isolate the chest more or hit more specifically the chest. I definitely feel a lot of front delts when I do the pec deck, which means I'm probably rolling my shoulders over and just trying to use other muscles to actually, bring the handles together. We're going to back off the weight a little bit and focus much more on form and probably up the repetitions as well. Keep them in between that like 12 and 20 rep range or so on the low end. So we have a pec deck to start, get everything opened up, get a nice pump in the chest, all that kind of fun stuff. Take the ego out, do it right. We have a plate loaded incline press after that, a flat machine press, and that will wrap up the chest portion. Then we have some seated machine side laterals, some just regular V-bar tricep pushdowns, and then some one-arm cuffed tricep pushdowns as well. And that will cap off the actual push session. Have a little bit of calves, a little bit of abs, but as you guys know, if you followed along with the channel, I don't record that. I promise you I worked them. I feel like it's just kind of like not the most fun thing to record. I feel like you guys are more probably focused on the actual like push session itself, so I just don't really record those accessory things. Anyways, the first exercise on the docket, of course, to get everything warmed up, primed up, ready to rock and roll, is a pec deck. So the top set of that will be coming at you right about now. All right, as promised, we got a pec deck to get the chest workout started. So this is our top set here. Again, really trying to take a little bit of the load off. Okay, quite a bit of the load actually compared to what I was doing when I was watching my footage from last week's training session. I was like, man, I'm using way too much front delts, and I could feel that after my workouts as well. So today, what we've really done is made sure we've got the seat angle right, got our arms in the right position to where we can keep them dang near completely straight, and essentially are just trying to picture opening those chest fibers up and then bringing them back together, closing them down and squeezing them hard back together. Okay, we again did 2 working sets here, both at this weight. Okay, both at this weight, but we're trying to keep the reps again in that roughly 10 to 12, maybe 10 to 20, 10 or 12 to 15-ish rep range, 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 20. I don't think you need to do like a top set of 30 on the pec deck to get your chest workout or push workout going, but I also don't know if I would consistently recommend like a set of 4 on pec deck to get your workout going. Use enough weight to where you can really feel it, but maybe not so much weight to where you're only doing consistent sets of 5 or 6, okay? Really, really great exercise to get the chest primed up for those heavier compound movements, like this right here, which is an incline plate-loaded machine press, okay? What we're doing here, now this one's a little different. I really like this one. I love the angle here, and I really love that the handles converge. What we're trying to do here is we're sitting in that stretch position. So you'll see here at the bottom right here, I'm sitting there. So I'm not hitting the bottom and then immediately coming out hard. I'm literally sitting in that stretch position, allowing those chest fibers to stretch all the way out and then pushing back up. This is an exercise you 100% will need to drop that ego at least a little bit. And I'm preaching to the choir here, baby. I'm talking to myself. And make sure that you are really, really allowing yourself to sit in that stretch position and then bring the handles all the way up together and squeeze hard at the top. Okay. This exercise was awesome. We did 2 working sets at this weight, dropped the weight 20% for our 3rd working set, and just repped it out. Then we did 2 working sets of this particular flat machine press. I did actually move the seat down 1 notch. Okay. So we moved the seat down 1 notch kind of lining up the hands more with the midpoint of the chest rather than with closer to the lower portion of the chest. And again, you'll see here, I dropped the weight a little bit, but I'm sitting in that stretched position, and it felt awesome. Dude, some of the best pumps I have literally ever had in my entire life. Not that it's all about the pump, but my muscles feel great. And on top of that, my joints and tendons and ligaments and all that kind of fun additional jazz feels great too. Okay, that's something that as I'm getting older here, I mean, I'm not old, I'm 28, but it is one thing that I have noticed that sometimes when I just try to move weight as much as possible for as many reps as possible, man, my joints and tendons and all that, they don't really feel great. But this workout, they felt awesome. Again, 2 working sets here, 1 top set and 1 back off set, dropping the weight by roughly 20%. Then some machine side laterals, again, really trying to work on getting the shoulders at least 290 degrees, if not above. I like to go just slightly above. Sit in that top portion of the movement, so really squeeze those side delts at the top, control that retraction on the way down, and then come back up again. Again, you'll see at the bottom of the movement here, I'm coming to a complete stop. I am not bringing my hands down to my sides, banging them off the side of my body, and then shooting them straight up again. That is going to absolutely create stimulus for sure. You're going to feel that in your side delts, but you're also probably going to feel that in your neck and in your traps and in areas that are not your side delts. Okay, so make sure you are using enough weight to really challenge yourself, but again, not so much weight to where you're utilizing a variety of other muscle groups that really don't need to be hit with this particular exercise. Okay, we did 3 working sets here, 2 sets at this top weight here, again, keeping them in that 10 to 15 rep range or so, and then we dropped the weight 20%, and that back off set we again try to keep in that 10 to 20 rep range. Really focus on the squeeze, get awesome pumps. If you do this exercise correctly, I promise you your side delts are going to be absolutely thrashed, but in a good way, after you are done. Okay, again, make sure you're resting those pads just above the brachialis, that outer part of your forearm, you know, the part of the beefier part of your forearm on top of the forearm muscles. It is awesome. Dude, I love it. It's a 10 out of 10 exercise for sure. Again, 3 working sets there. Then moving on to triceps, 3 working sets of this V-bar tricep push down. Again, what you'll see here, and I know that I have the sweatshirt on, my wife keeps telling me I gotta show more skin. So I mean, I do. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had a sick pump going here, but sometimes I'm comfortable, and I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, so I apologize for not showing more skin. But I will say that you can still tell I have my elbows slightly out in front of my body. Okay, do not keep your elbows tucked to the side and like next to your rib cage and, try to keep them like that. No, have them slightly flared out. Keep your, elbows out in front of your body. Try to use the least amount of shoulders as possible to push this weight down. That's why I kind of like to lean into the weight, not necessarily up over it, but lean into it a little bit. It feels great, man. Awesome pump. So again, 3 working sets there, 2 top sets, 1 back off set. Then some one-arm cuff pushdowns. Again, what you'll see here is when I bring the weight up, like here, I'm sitting in that fully lengthened and stretched position. So I'm not just coming to the top and then immediately trying to and just herk the weight down. I'm sitting in there and then coming all the way down and moving into that fully shortened position and squeezing the crap out of those triceps every single rep. Okay, use enough weight to where when you're in that fully stretched position at the bottom, you can really feel those triceps firing, but not so much weight to where all you feel is your elbow. And trust me, I have done both. Today though, not the case. We used the right amount of weight for the right amount of reps and really felt that in the tricep muscles. Okay, what was not filmed though, and I talk about it in the outro as well, 3 working sets of seated calf raise and 3 working sets of abdominal crunches. Push A session complete. Guys, that was probably the best workout I've ever had in my entire life, and I'm not at all kidding when I say that. It was phenomenal. The combination of form and control and technique along with still heavy loads and like strength, dude, it was awesome. It was absolutely phenomenal. That was exactly what I was looking for in this off season. My joints feel good, my tendons and obviously my muscles, everything feels good. I don't feel like I'm leaving with like a achy right shoulder, and my front delt feels all, sliced up. That's exactly what I wanted to do. It was phenomenal. It was, all the contractions and stretches and retractions and all the scientific words here, they were all in play, and the intensity was there as well. it was just absolutely phenomenal. 1,000 out of 10 workout. I will repeat that forever. Forever, man. Now I had to be really strong with like my mind muscle connection and like mental focus there, because I had to be like zonked into that workout, and I was. It was just an awesome workout. A ton of fun. Just felt really good. Dude, it's awesome. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you could tell how intense the actual training session itself was. Please make sure, if you are not, that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I know a lot of you are not, but I want to see you again, man. I want to pop up on your feed so we can hang out every single day, because I upload content every day. So I want to see you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and we can hang out. Regardless, I hope you all have a blessed Sunday. Make sure you join me tomorrow for my Pull A session. Nice early workout in the morning before the wife goes to work. But for today, I am the Natty Teacher, and this summer school lesson is finito. Over, out, donezo. I'll catch y'all on the mañana.